Hello. I don't know how long this video is going to stay up or if I'll even save it later, but I thought it'd be fun to do it while I'm sitting here working. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys remember this wig or not. This is my original Elsa wig. I bought a new wig for Elsa a while back. Actually last year for Anime Iowa. Not last year as in 2020, 2019. Sorry, keep forgetting what year it is. So yeah, this was the original Elsa one that I've had back when I first started Elsa. So I have a different wig now for that. So I thought, I watched a video. Hello, Mira. I decided to live stream tonight for no reason. It's just I decided to work on this wig, and now I'm gonna be live streaming. So if anybody shows up, cool. So yeah, I'm going to try to fix this wig. We can chat and hang out while I do that. So, the wig. Yeah, it's the original one that I did for Elsa and Thor back when I cosplayed. I took the hair down. It's out of its braid. See if I can lift her up a little bit to show you guys how much terror. Okay, so that's as far as up as I can get it to go without rechanging everything. So, yes, this is what it looks like right now. Yeah, it's a thing. So I'm going to try to fix it and just hang out. If anybody shows up, cool. If not, oh well. I'll bring it back down so I can actually work on it now. But yeah, I got ambitious tonight. I decided to do something. Turn that back on. Wait for it to. I'm going to try to steam it and see if it comes back or works. So, if not, this video won't be up later. So it'll just be me sitting here doing this for like a few minutes. I probably won't stay the whole time for it. So. Very hot water. I put a towel down. I'm apparently way too close to the steamer. Well, that actually works a lot better. I'm surprised I never learned about the steamer trick until I was watching another YouTuber try it. So I have learned something, and we'll see if it actually can get through this whole wig. So I had asked how everybody is, but there's only one person here, so oh well. So I just got bored, so I decided I'd try and see if I could work on this and then see if anybody shows up. This is the worst camera angle probably for everybody, but I can't help that. Let me see if I can raise up the legs a little higher. And I can try not to burn myself too. Yeah. There we go. I think all my lights are downstairs too, but oh well. I'm going to attempt to save it and see what I can do. The reason I wanted to save this wig is, one, if I want to use it for cosplay again. Two, one of the thoughts I wanted to try to do is cut it and see if I can use it for the 13th, to cosplay the 13th Doctor. I'm thinking about doing it. I don't know if I'll actually do it. We'll see. Nope. I don't have much to talk about, so I'm just going to sit here and work unless somebody says something otherwise. So. But yeah, I just figured this would be an interesting little thing to do. Wow, this thing gets hot like instantly, which is good, but And if this works, I have about 50 other wigs I need to work on. Not that I'm going to actually, not exactly 50, but I have other wigs that will be getting the same treatment someday. Not probably tonight, because this will probably take me a while. And I probably won't go, this video probably won't go more than an hour. Yes, you can do that. I've had several wigs where I put them together. This wig actually is one of them where I got extra ponytails. If you go on, well, where I've got my wigs are off Amazon because I'm a cheapskate. If you go on Amazon and get like the extra ponytail extensions, you have to check to make sure they're wefts and not just the little hair scrunchies. But that's what this wig is. It's several ponytail extensions sewn into this wig. So yes, you can add more wefts to a wig. I've done this also with my Jack Frost wig, which looks like crap right now. It needs help. All my cosplay wigs need help. So I'm like, you know what? Especially if I doubt anything's going to happen this year, but if I want to cosplay more within the next year, I want to be able to have my wigs look at least halfway decent so I don't have to go buy new wigs. So, wait for that to start working again. And I'm actually surprised at how well, like, okay, what I've just been working on and what it is, and it's, I don't know if you can see that from here. It's actually working really well. I'm actually surprised because I've tried several detangling sprays to try to get this wig to look halfway decent. So the fact that this is actually working makes me very ecstatic. Not ecstatic. Aesthetic, whatever the word I'm looking for. I'm sure Mira will tell me which word I'm looking for someday. But yeah, I am very happy that this is working. And I have the house to myself tonight, so I'm like, you know what? It's quiet here. Let's just turn the camera on and see who shows up. Because, you know, why not? And I'm not sitting in the basement. It's just as dark as the basement, but I'm not in the basement. Okay, I think I need to separate that so I can work on this strand one at a time. Because this here is what I'm afraid of. It's not up here. This whole wig I'm terrified of, technically. Let's not go there. This was one of the first wigs, and it was a lot thinner when I got it because, like I said, it's got several ponytails that were sewn into it. I took them apart and then I sewed the wefts in by hand. So that was a very interesting adventure. Nowadays, when I get wigs, I haven't done it to a lot of my modern wigs that I have. Mostly because I do check for how thick they are right away when I try to get them. But occasionally I do. I have a few wigs I need to add extensions to. I mentioned this. Did I mention this? No, I don't think I have. I actually got, I don't know what that means. I've actually got a new wig for my Megra cosplay and stuff that's going to be coming in the mail. So that's cool. There's also one wig that I'm hoping to try on a smart doll that I ordered. See how that works out. I also, this is with Christmas money that I was buying stuff with. So my dad already knows. He was the one who gave it to me. He gave me money and I got stuff online. So I got a few wigs, and there's also another na-na-na coming in the mail. And when he gets, I say he, because I got a little penguin boyo. I'm so happy. I didn't know they had a little penguin boyo for na-na-nas. And I'm so happy because he's coming in the mail at some point. Probably today's the 6th. So it'll be another few days before it gets here. So I'm actually shocked how easily this is to brush through it with this after it's been steamed. If I would have known this sooner, this wig would have been done a lot sooner. But I got the actual character wig for Elsa off Amazon. It was worth the buy. It was expensive, but it was worth it because I figure I'm going to do Elsa a couple times. So, and I occasionally do some cosplays. I've done a handful last year of cosplays. Not terrible many because of obvious problems with the situations we're in. But yeah. Hopefully this year I'm going to try to just do it, even if we don't have any conventions this year. I say that making a face. Oh, there's 3 people here. Hello. I'm fixing a wig and talking about absolutely nothing as usual. So if you want to chip in with the conversation, go ahead. So back down to 2. I know people check in on me too, because like I know some of my family subscribe to me, so people who check in and out like do that. So it happens. Because I think I have technically an hour to sit here and just randomly chat. And even if nobody comes to hang out right now, they can always see it later and stuff. Okay, I think since these ends are all messed up, oh, the phone's ringing. I'll be there in a second. I'm gonna give it a few more rings to see if it's actually important. I'm trying to decide if I have to go answer. I'll be right back, guys. Phone keeps dying, so it doesn't matter if it rings or not because the phone dies. Crappy battery on that house phone. So. I'm the only one here, so apparently I have to answer the phone. There's only one person who I think would be calling at this hour, and that would be my grandmother. So, and I could probably just say, hey, I'm busy. And she'll be like, okay, cool. So, we get a lot of telemarketers. So I don't usually answer the house phone until it rings about almost 4 times, because most of the time people hang up anyways, if they're a telemarketer. There's this one little nut. Try to get this top piece a little more. There's a lot of back combing in the bangs, which I'm kind of scared of to actually attempt to work through. But yeah, like I said, this live stream will probably be more than an hour because people will be home by then. Do I fight through this knot or do I just cut? I think I'm going. This wig is going to get cut really short, so I don't know why I'm trying to save length on it, but I just want to see in general how much I can save out of it. And how much of it's going to just go to the wayside. Because, yeah. I have a small pile of hair that's going to sit over there. Because there's some knots that it's just not going to be worth going through it to get it out. But all right. I keep pushing my thing that way. The stand that's on. Plus, I'm hoping this year, depending on what happens, maybe doing more live streams. Maybe we could do a few cosplay live streams at some point in the future. I think it'd be fun just to hang out with people online if people want to show up and hang out. So that'd be cool. I don't know how scheduled they'll be because I know the last 2 were on New Year's Eve. The one that me and Mira did, and then the one that I recently did on New Year's, where a few people showed up, not too many. So kind of like tonight, but oh well. Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I just figured I'd hang out. Because turning on my webcam is a lot easier than getting my camera set up, especially since the tripod is currently holding the wig. So. I don't know, like, I can see huge difference between that. If I can turn the wig, just what I've been working on this side and then what's not worked on, like, holy crap, there's a difference for you. I honestly, like I said, I wish I would have learned the steaming trick sooner. If anybody's wondering where I learned that, Uptown Cosplay. I was watching a video, I think she was doing it on Instagram. So that was pretty cool. I like watching Uptown stuff. They do some fun stuff. But yeah, once I figure out I can use a steamer on my wig to get the detangling process to make it easier, I had to try it. So here we are. Which I would guess the thing with steamers that I didn't know is that would it melt the fibers? Because I know a lot of wigs you can't use a lot of heat on. So, because they're, especially in synthetic wigs, you don't want to burn the hair. This wig will never be in 100% the best quality again, but if it can at least look halfway better than it did when I took it out of the closet today, that will be my goal, making it at least look halfway decent today. Throw trash hair. I have a small hairball of blonde hair. So. Mainly just trying to get through the surface knots that I can see, because I wish I had some clips. I have bobby pins, and I think I have a clip somewhere. Oh, I have clips over here. I used them for my smartphones the other day. I don't know what I'm talking about. I actually got big clips too, but I got some smaller ones and I got big clips. So I'll make this easier because this piece is almost through. For a second, I thought my coffee or my tea. No, it was actually my tea. My teacup's over there. I keep mistaking the steamer as my cup, but it's not. Same color. My brain is weird. There's this nice old knot right here. I don't remember where I got this comb, but it's got metal teeth and it's a lot better. Well, so is my other one, but yeah. Okay. I think that's good. I just keep, if it gets like super long and stringy, it's obviously not attached, so I'm trying to keep a flat line of what's attached and what's not. Put that up here for now so it's out of my way. Oh, look, here's an old seaming thread that I used to put the wig together back in the day. And a lot of this wig had a lot of curly hair in it, so that's why a lot of it's still wavy. Plus, it was in a braid for, gosh, how long has it been since I worn this wig? I want to say 2018 was the last time, but I'm not sure when the last time I wore this particular wig. Maybe it was 2018, because I'm trying to remember. It would have been the last time I would have wore my Thor cosplay, because that was the last time this wig has been brought out. Because, like I said, Elsa got a new wig. I got a new wig for Elsa, so I don't need this one anymore for that. I'm gonna need to go get more water for this. I'm probably using way more steam than I need, but I want to make sure I get it really. Trying to get the fibers to relax enough that I can get through it. That's the goal. This wig had a lot of mistakes done with it when I first got it. So this is, when I started cosplaying, I think this is the second wig I got, because I had Jack, and Jack's original wig was a very cheap Walmart wig, because I was desperate and I wanted one in time for Halloween, and I couldn't. The one that I wanted to order offline wasn't available to me at the time, so that didn't happen. So I still don't really have any skills at doing wig care, but I had no clue really how to do anything with wigs when I started. So a lot of my wigs have gotten crap, things done to them that probably it was not the brightest thing to do to them, but you know, like this wig has been washed several times with just normal, regular, like hair soap. Several times with multiple waters and multiple temperatures. It's had multiple chemicals for like hair conditioners and hairsprays and anything and everything to try to get this wig to behave. So I've been looking for a way to detangle this wig for a while. Because I was honestly thinking it was just going to sit in the closet probably for the rest of its life. Because I really honestly didn't think I was going to take it out ever again after I got the new Elsa wig. But I'm going to try an attempt to save it. Like, I'm getting pretty far. It's just, some of it's mostly retangling itself too, so it's like, mostly get it untangled enough that it looks nice again, is my goal. It's never going to look like it came right out of the bag, but, you know, close enough is good enough for me. And then once I'm going to cut it shorter and stuff, it'll be a little bit easier to manage, hopefully. So yeah, I was gonna make a comment about, since I kicked the stand. If you guys wonder why some of my quality of my camera shaking, it's because I kicked the stand more than once. I've said it 100 times, but it is too easy for me to kick my tripod when I'm working, especially by myself. So, also the reason why I thought it'd be interesting to try to live stream it, because then I can just use my computer, and it's gonna look like crap, but you know, it'll be a something. It will definitely look like something. So. I can't believe it's almost been a half an hour of me sitting here talking about my wig. I'm going to probably say it a lot, but this is why my videos take me forever, because a lot of them, there's no way to be timely in anything I do. I don't do, which is weird, anything fast at all. So everything I do, I have fairly good speed on things I'm confident about doing. But when it comes to things like this wig and other situations in my life that I'm not sure about, then I take more time to try to make sure I'm doing it right. So, and sometimes when I'm trying to film videos, it takes me a while to try to set the right angles up. And even in the middle of filming, I've noticed sometimes where either my head's in the way or I put a hand or an arm or something's in front of the camera and you guys can't see what I'm talking about. So I need to find better ways to do filming. I'm aware. So, okay, trying to decide what hairs with what. Let's steam this end and then I'm going to call this a bit good, then turn in and work on another section. Obviously it's not done, these two sections, but I want to move on to the other side, so I can always come back to it once I get it all straightened. But yeah, I've learned quite a bit over the years of cosplaying. Goodness, I think it's been over, me and Tim counted once, because we counted our Anime Iowa badges of how many years of Anime Iowa we've been to. So it's at least over 6 years of cosplay for me now, and it's a weird thing to say that. It's a very weird, because I literally feel like I just rolled out of bed the other day and was like, you know what, I'm going to be a cosplayer now. Yeah, time flies. Which I'm hoping the next 6 years don't, because I really don't want to be 30. I'm only 24. I don't want to be 30 yet. I'm not that ready to be that old. Ah! All right. Okay. Okay, so since that's straightened, I'm going to hook that into a bunch. Should have brought the trash can. I'd have something to throw all this in. I'm trying to decide what pieces of hair are part of what part of the braid. But yeah, if I don't get through this whole week before I have to say goodnight for the evening, I'll probably post a picture of it when it's at least brushed through process on my Instagram. So if anybody goes over there, you can probably see pictures over there. But right now, there's a lot of my smart dolls over there. But I'll probably be putting some cosplay on there too within the next year. Just because I didn't do it this year because I felt like doing Instagram and taking pictures of myself. I'm not somebody who likes to take pictures of myself. Even when I'm in cosplay, I don't mind when other people take pictures of me for like their own reasons because they like the character I am dressed as or something. But it's something that even though I've been cosplaying this long, a lot of the pictures that I had taken are by other people. And there's very few that I've actually have of my own cosplays, which is kind of a bad thing because when I try to look back at old cosplays and remember, what did I look like back a few years ago? Sorry, I was trying to see whose car is driving past my house. I'm sitting in the dining room and I have big windows that face the street. So I'm like, is somebody here? Do I have to, like, leave to go deal with that? But I should have an hour worth of time before people get back here. It should be 8, 9 o'clock before I have to worry about it, because it's 7 right now where I'm at. So I should have a few more minutes before I have to worry about anybody being here. A few minutes, a few hours, good heavens. I know what time is. Time is a thing that exists that I don't understand half the time. So yeah, I'm hoping this year that things work out by the time August gets here and there'll be an Anime Iowa. If not, I'm asking for like that time, around that time, to be off work anyway, so maybe I'll do something online if we do or not have Anime Iowa this year, depending. So, fingers crossed, because I miss everybody at Anime Iowa. I miss going to the panels. And I know everybody needs to do what's best for them, so, I don't want anybody getting sick or hurt or anything because of that, but I do miss it. Especially since we're supposed to go back to the Marriott at some point. I'm looking forward to going back there. This is going incredibly well now. Now I'm thinking about the bangs would probably been the easiest way to start this, but oh well. Plus, I'm also slightly terrified of the bangs as well. I'm completely scared of this whole wig. Let's just be honest. This whole wig is greatly horrifying to me for multiple reasons. Sorry if I go quiet. Sometimes I just get focused on what I'm doing. Especially if there's not much chat going on, so. But yeah. This wig will be interesting to style once I can actually get a brush through it without having to hassle it. Dropping scissors on the floor. Mm-hmm. So this is where it's sticky too, because I can feel all the different crap that's been in this wig. In some places where it's really sticky. Just probably from putting like the gotta be glued stuff in it too to get it to stand up. There's a lot of gotta be glued in this wig. A lot of my wigs have it. Then use the gotta be glued styling gel in it because that's the only way I can get most of my wigs to do anything. The only problem is I don't always remember to wash them enough. Especially with the long wigs, because I hate doing like this process is something I recently learned about. But before with like all my long wigs, I always dreaded trying to do any kind of washing or maintenance for my wigs because I have really no clue how to make my wigs look like they should half the time. So I play the part of a cosplayer. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. Just because I do it doesn't mean I have any clue of what I'm doing. Every time I learn something new, I add it to the arsenal of things I know. So, and that is usually helpful for later, especially when people ask me, because like my little sister, well, all my siblings, I should rephrase that. All my younger siblings have cosplayed, so when they have issues, they ask me or Tim and stuff, and we usually can fill them in. Problem with that is there's also a lot of questions that, like, me and Tim do know most of the answers to some of the questions they've asked, but it's like when it comes to like armor or extra things, like I've never made a suit of armor really. Okay, let me rephrase that. I have with Thor the breastplate, but that's about as far as my experience with making armor goes, and that's just at home. And it's kind of sad looking, just to be honest. I do have Warbler in the closet that I'm going to attempt. This wig needs to move closer so I can hold on to it better. Sorry. I'm going to attempt to use Warbler to learn how to make armor and stuff. Hopefully this year. It's in the closet, like I said. So it's in the closet. If I ever feel like getting it out someday and I'll work on it, it's in there. I have a set of wings I need to work on too. So that are currently sitting in the laundry room, taking up space. So, okay. I'm trying to separate this out. Eek. See if I can pin that forward so that way it's out of my way. This is actually going a lot. I guarantee I know it's almost been like half an hour or to 40 minutes of me sitting here doing this, and I'm only on section 2 out of 3, which doesn't sound half bad, but it's like these are also really large sections which have multiple small sections in them. Plus, I still haven't gotten to the front of this wig yet. So. And it's incredibly thick because of all the extra wefts I've sewn into this wig. Which is great when you need to like hide the actual hair net piece that's inside most wigs. Not so great when you want to comb through it though. So this works, and I actually do get it properly cut and styled the way it's gonna be for the rest of its life. I'm sad about doing it because I do like this wig a lot for its length, but I do want to use it for other things. So I have mixed feelings on cutting it, but it needs to be done something with because it's taking up space in the closet and it's not paying rent. So there's like mostly some major knots right at the base where all the sewing happened that I'm just trying to slowly work through. And I know you're not supposed to start at the top when you're brushing through hair. I am aware. I'm just trying to pick the knots out as I go and try to get them to come down a little bit, and then I return to the ends. So, plus if I had a better comb than this, Well, it's a nice comb, don't get me wrong. It's just not the best for like wide tooth comb situation. So. If anybody later on sees this video and stuff and you're not here at the live stream, if you have anybody who wants to see me style it, or you want to see me style this wig eventually again later, for what it's going to be used for in the future, go ahead and let me know. The comments on most live streams, something I've noticed, do vanish. I'm not sure what happens with them after the live stream ends. Whatever the live chat was doesn't exist anymore. So, yes, that's a thing. I don't know why. But if anybody has questions and you're watching this later and you're not like watching the live stream right now, go ahead and put that in the comment section about the styling. If you want to see me style this way, or if you want to just see me work on other cosplay stuff in general this year, because like a lot of times I forget to like film anything I'm working on because it's out of habit of just getting stuff done. So, what is that? That's a fuzzy. I thought it was a spider. I'm like, what is this? It was white, so I don't even know why I went spider, but I seen something white in this wig, and I'm like, what on earth is this? Everything's a spider until proven otherwise, in my mind. Let's throw the scissors on the floor again. Doot, 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 doot. Alright. So, that's not done, but this is all gonna be a mess out here. I'm gonna try to get as much done at the bottom and then work on the second, getting back through the top of it. Do, 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 do. Turn this so that way you guys can see. So I got pretty far. I'm over halfway through it. At least the first pass through the hair, I should say. I'm over halfway through the first pass of going through the hair. And then I'll probably go through a second one where I take and attempt to get closer to the scalp and separate the hair near the scalp of the wig. Trying to use a little bit of steam it's off right now, but I'm trying to use whatever little steam that I'm getting off of it. Piece is gonna need a lot more, I guess. I'm getting low on water. I think I need to get more water because I think it's getting low. So I'm gonna run into the kitchen and grab water a second. Alright, I got more water. So, I'm gonna make sure it's off, which it is. Good. I don't remember which way I put this on. There we go. And then I put it in the water. Very careful not to go past the little fill line. I'm using an old juice container for water because I don't have a pitcher out that I can find right now. So, old juice container does the job. Let's not break while we're at it, my dear. Why did the light just turn on? That's creepy. My deck light just turned on. I'm like, that's weird. Like, there's nobody here. But it does that sometimes. An animal runs in front of it sometimes, and then it turns on. We have cats, squirrels, occasionally. Mostly cats at night that set it off. Occasionally you'll see a raccoon. I'm not going to get up to go look because I don't want to know what set it off. Okay, not quite there yet. Just blowing air. There it goes. Try and keep that hair separate so I can go and work on this hair first. See if I can get less knots everywhere. The hair ball is growing steadily. Try and keep it together because I don't want to have hair everywhere. There's a towel underneath this to collect all the extra water and hair that hits the ground, so I'm going to shake it off later. It's really interesting. I play music in the background, but I just don't have anything that's not copyrighted, probably. So I can't really help that. I need to find copyright-free music at some point and just use it. Not that like this channel is monetized. It's not. It never has been. So probably never will be because that's just the way I feel about this channel. This channel is more for fun and goofing around. It's not really going to make much money, so I'm not really worried about that aspect. If I ever get to that point where I have more subscribers and stuff and whatnot, and it's becoming more of a job to make videos, then I would consider a Patreon at some point. So before I do monetization ever, so that's just how I personally feel, because I don't mind when other people have monetized videos. I get why people monetize it. That's their choice. To each their own. I just don't feel like it with my channel. Because the thing I decided early on was I wouldn't really want to monetize this channel. So, I need some more weight on this thing. I need to like get some weight on the ends of my tripod so it doesn't sit here and wobble. I need to get more tripods so I can have some for my lights, because that would fix a lot of my lighting issues. So, where's that knot? There it is. Trying to think of things to talk about. So that way, if this video keeps going for a while, because I want to work on this wig as long as possible with you guys. So, like I said, I have only a few minutes before people will get home. So that's 7:30 now. So I have probably about a half an hour to an hour before people get home, and I'll have to turn it off. So, but yeah. And that's something, I'm going to say it now, but I don't know if I'll actually get around to it. I want to try at least once a month doing live streams, just to sit down and chat and try to pick something up to do on the side for a live stream. Whether it's me sewing on something or me working on a wig like this. This one's just got the ends that I'm struggling with, which I'm thinking I'm at the point where since this part, ow, that was my toe that my comb just fell on. Alright. Sorry. Since I'm getting through the top portion of this weft here, I think it's just the bottom that's getting tangled badly enough. It's like there's only a few little spots that I'm finding that I just have to work through. Sorry, I was saying something before about streaming once a month, wasn't I? Before I forgot. But yeah, I want to try to do it once a month, maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to it because it probably won't happen very often. But at least once a month is what I would like to try, where we could just do hangout streams. Kind of reminding me back to like when I used to do update videos, if anybody's been here long enough to remember those. I kind of want to do live streams like that where I can just chat about whatever. We can talk about what's going on recently. Mostly because the reason I stopped doing a lot of update videos is A, nobody really cared to watch them back when they originally came out. They're still on the lower viewed videos. So they're useful to tell people information for those who have been here and want to know information. But for just in general, they're not that interesting to watch. So sorry, trying to get this to look like one strand. Just like what I've got done, what I still have to do. And it's not done. This is just the first pass, like I said. First pass of the hair, just to at least get it to not be a giant mess again, and then I'm going to go over it a second time. Whether that's in this video or outside of this video, we'll see. But just to give you a show of what it looks like now, you have to see if the camera a little bit. There we go. Sorry, shaking the camera. Yeah, looks a little bit better. Still's got its issues. It has many issues, so but it's getting there. Plus, I have some videos that I need to work on. I just don't know when I'm going to get around to it right now. Because I have at least 5 or 6 videos I was thinking about doing within the next few months. I just have to sit down and film them. And I'm in that weird phase where it's like, it's the new year, so I'm not sure what I want to start on yet. So January is always hard for me to figure out what I want to work on. And then by February, I feel like I have to do something for Valentine's Day video because it's like, oh, there's a holiday, so I feel like I should. Which I don't always get videos up on holidays. I try to because I know everybody else does holiday videos. So trying to separate this hair so I can have 2 sections again. But it's not wanting to do what I want it to do. Plus, going back to the update videos. When I used to do updates, it also helps me when I look back, see what I worked on in my life. So that's helpful. Kind of have a clue of what I did and stuff. I don't like really going back and re-watching a lot of my old videos just because A, it's cringe to watch your own videos. B, it's also cringe because it's like looking back on myself, I feel like I personally, when I look back, I could see the person who was standing in that spot at that time when I'm looking back on videos and rewatching stuff just to see, what I needed to work on, what I haven't talked about for a long time. Talk about changes that have changed within said subjects. So that's the only reason why I go back and look at videos is to kind of get a grips on, what I've done in the past, what's got more views in the past and stuff, just as something I could bring back in the future. Idea brainstorming situations. But yeah, the biggest reason I don't really look back on a lot of those videos, or I even recommend anybody go watch old videos of mine that are anything that's under 3 years old, I don't recommend to people because looking back and see myself at that time in my life, and that time in my life was not a very happy time in my life. So I don't like really going back to those videos. I don't know if anybody else notices it. I was a lot harsher in a lot of those videos. And a lot of times when I would respond to people's comments too, I was very harsh in the way I responded, which is probably scared a lot of people away from this channel because I am very much, I want to respond to comments kind of person, but back then I kind of didn't know how to really word my comments responses very well. And I think that caused more problems than not for myself. So, but yeah, I don't like going back over old videos very much or recommending them to people. There's very few times where, like, if it's a memory situation where it's kind of funny, that I'll bring it up and I'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, we did this like X amount of years ago. But other than that, I don't like it. Especially update videos were very hard to rewatch for myself because like I said, I can see who I was back then, and I can see it in my face and how I react to things, how I respond. Maybe I haven't gotten better. Maybe you guys who have been here longer and on this channel can say, well, you haven't changed much, but I don't know. I hope I have changed a little. I don't know. But yeah, there's some old videos. I keep them up because they're good memories to have there, and not good memories, but they're good to have for memories for later as references and stuff, just to kind of look back and go, yep, that's where we were and this is where we are now. Equally cringy and equally strange, but we can at least say there was a time and now that time is gone. But yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm rambling about nonsense now. Okay, I want that to stay there. So this can be pinned over here. I can actually wait because there's just blowing air at this point until it starts bubbling. This channel is mostly like a virtual album for myself to some degree. It's also because it's fun, but it's also become more of a virtual album of stuff I've done off and on. So, which is nice because there's some things and some people who aren't in my life anymore right now. Not because of, falling outs. It's just people passed away. In particular, I haven't really said it much, but this year my granny passed away. She passed away at the early beginning of this year. I haven't really mentioned it to anybody because I don't like coming here with sad news for people, and it's more of a personal life thing, so I don't really bring it up very much. But yeah, so that happened earlier this year. So there is old videos. There's an old video where she doesn't necessarily, I don't think, ever appear in the video, but you can hear her talking in the background and just having that. I'm trying not to get all upset about it. But yeah, there's things like that are nice memories to have. Even though, like, I was in the video I'm thinking of was a huge, like, brat in that video. Like, I was just kind of, not like huge brat, I just was a little rude in some spots in that video. So, for those of you who are wondering what video I'm talking about, that's the zoo video. Hello! So, yeah, that zoo video is very much old and stuff, but it was fun. I really did enjoy that zoo trip despite how much of my attitude I had in some of the videos. So, that was a fun trip. But yeah, old videos are fun for the memories. They're also very much cringe. So, like I said, I do not recommend anybody go back past 3 years on this channel. Unless you are willing to cringe and stuff, then go ahead. You can cringe. Just don't come back and say, hey, you're really weird. Because I already know I'm very weird. You can tell me still. It's not going to faze me much because I already know. So, yes. Okay, we're at the point again where I have a giant knot, and I'm just going to go and cut this knot. Yes, I don't care. Why does that keep turning on? That's creepy. Okay, for clarification again, the stupid light just turned on again out front, my deck light. Nobody's here. It just turned on. Probably, like I said, an animal again turned it on, or just sometimes the wind. There's not really a wind tonight, so I don't know what turned it on. Creepy. It is a creepy thing to have that light on because it just randomly turns on sometimes. And sometimes something actually sets it off, and sometimes there is nothing that set it off. And now I sound paranoid. But, yes. I think this top layer is good, so I need to separate that. How long? Like time-wise, are you asking, or just in general? Because like it's been added into like over the periods of time like that I've had it. I think I bought probably like 4 or 5 ponytails that are in this wig. It's a really thick wig. Very, very thick. This wig in particular is very thick, and I don't know how many wefts are technically in it because like there's a weft pretty much every half an inch on this wig in particular. Usually when I'm sewing in new wefts on wigs, you don't need that many. Pretty much taking the wefts off the old, like if you get a ponytail extension, there's actually I got a cheap wig that I was using for bananas. I don't know if I can find it. It's somewhere in that pile. But this one I'll use for example. This is also a very cheap Dollar General wig that I got. I got it for the sake of making doll hair wefts out of it. So inside there you have your wefts, and then what I did for like the ponytail wefts, I just went through and each row I separated each weft out with a seam ripper, and then I would separate the hair on the wig itself, like lifting up the different areas, especially where it was the thinnest near the back of the head. And then I would just with the wig head on, with it on wig head, sorry. And then I would sew it in weft by weft. There's videos, I think if you look online, I can speak English. Look online. A lot of people show different demonstrations on how to do it. So it's mostly just separating the hair and then slowly adding it back in. So I know people, I haven't ever done it before, but people cut sometimes their wigs in half and do half and half wigs. I have not yet done that, so I cannot speak to doing that. But mostly because I haven't had a character. The closest I've gotten to having that was with Blackjack, and I already could get the wig pre-separated like that, so I didn't have to do it. But yeah, it's just find the bald spots, and each weft will be sewn in differently. So if you can buy wefts without doing the ponytail extensions, that's how I get my extra wefts. But yes, that's one way to do it. Farfanugan. And now that light is on, and who knows how long that light will be on. And now I see a car. Is that somebody being here? Oh, it is. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to probably say goodnight for the night. Unfortunately, I would like to hang out longer, but my dad just got home, so I'm going to probably go ahead and end this stream. I don't want to end the stream, but like I said, Dad's home and he's got groceries that he's got to bring in, so I probably need to help him with that. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit. I'll show you once again how much I actually got done. So that's that much done. So yeah, I gotta go open the door for my dad and see him. So see you all later. Good night. I'm Clappy and I'm signing out.